If you want to be successful, you've got to stop being afraid to ask. Hey, welcome back. Jeff Heggie, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. So I had an opportunity recently to sit in on a conversation with one of my clients, speaking with one of their potential clients. The conversation was excellent. The whole presentation just went so smooth, just perfectly. And then it got to the point talking about price, talking about what it was going to cost the client to pay for those services. It got awkward, it got uncomfortable, and it didn't go that well. Afterwards, we had a conversation about it, and this client of mine just talked about how uncomfortable they are asking for money, asking for the sale, all those sort of things. So I want to talk about that today. First of all, I want to share a story out of Benjamin Hardy's book, Be Your Future Self Now. He talks about Gray and Stefan, who is a YouTuber that makes millions of dollars on YouTube. And before every video, he asks for people to like his video and to follow him. And he didn't always start that way, but as he's grown, he's begun to do that. And he's received some criticism for it. People saying, if your videos are that good, you shouldn't have to ask for it. Well, I do not agree. I think that asking is a powerful tool. And there became a point where he committed to growing his channel. He committed to his own success, and he stopped being afraid to succeed. And so when he did that, he accepted his future self, and he knew exactly what he wanted, and he began to ask for this in every video. Even in the same book, Benjamin Hardy talks about asking and receiving and how it's benefited him. And he says, it's almost too easy. He says, you can be the bee who goes out looking for the flowers, or you can be the flower that the bees come looking for you. And so there's a power in asking. I've talked about it in episodes quite a while ago about a book called The Aladdin Factor by Mark Victor Hansen and Jack Canfield, the Chicken Soup for the Soul authors. And it's a powerful book about asking and overcoming the fear of no. But what I want to do is I want to share a few things on how to ask to help you get the results that you want. But a few things before that. One of the things we've got to realize is if we want to get, we've got to ask. We've got to know what we're asking for, and we've got to be willing to make that request. Now, when it comes to like the example I was talking about at the beginning, when it comes to asking for the payment for whatever you're doing on that aspect of it, if you're offering a value that you know is going to help the client, you're helping them. You've got to understand that they've got to be willing to pay for that offer. And so it shouldn't be a fear of asking. And sometimes the fear is you've made up answers in your mind already, and you've got to overcome that. The fear is, well, I might ask this much and they can't afford it. That doesn't mean you should ask for less. The fear is that they'll say no. So what? So as we look at these things, I want to share 4 ideas to help you in asking. And the first one, it goes along with what Benjamin Hardy was saying about Graham, was he decided what he wanted to do. He decided he wanted to be successful, and that gave him the power and courage to ask for what he wanted. So the first one is ask for exactly what you want. Be clear and specific. And to do that, you've got to know what you want. And so understanding what your goals are and really having a clear vision of your goals will help you in determining what you're going to ask. And so you've heard me talk about it before. If you don't have clearly defined written out goals, go to jeffhagee.com/peak performance, go through that goal setting program and get those things figured out. The next part is what I would say is confidence. Ask with the expectation of receiving. When you ask, you've heard people ask before when they don't have the expectation of the right answer. They don't ask with confidence. And that really trickles down, and they probably won't get the answer they're looking for. But ask with confidence, with the expectation that you're going to get what you're asking for. Now, the next part is, these are all vital points in it. You've got to ask the person who can give. You've got to ask the right person, because if you want something specific and you ask someone that can't help you with that, The answer is going to be no. And so you've got to ask someone that can either do it or connect you with the right person. And then the final one is know that nothing changes with a no. If you ask something and they say no, the answer was no before you asked the question. They said no, nothing changed. So who cares? You've got to understand that as well. It's a huge part of it. I've shared this story before with when I started my manufacturing company, and I was out cold calling. I was just driving around the country setting up distributors. I was in British Columbia sitting outside a store wanting to go in, make a proposal for them to become a dealer, but I hated cold calling. I didn't want to go in. I was nervous. And I thought, what if they just kick me out? What if I go in and they just tell me to get out? And then I thought, you know what? What if I go in, they kick me out? What changed? Nothing's changed. They weren't a distributor for me before. They still weren't. So what's the big deal? And so know and understand that no is okay. Nothing's changed. So look at those things. Be very clear and be exact on what you want when you ask. Ask with the expectation of receiving. Ask someone who can give you a yes, and know that nothing changes with no. Asking is the only way we're going to get things. And that's what I want to challenge you today. Go ask someone for something. Go ask for something that's going to make you feel uncomfortable. Because so many times we feel uncomfortable asking for something and we get a yes and it's like, oh wow, wasn't really expecting that. So it's the same thing with my mindset questions. One of them is I always tell you to do something today that's going to make you step outside of your comfort zone. Why? Because you do it, your comfort zone gets bigger. All right, so I've got some asks, my mindset journals. They're available in 4 colors now on Amazon. I really encourage you to get them. And if you've got them, please leave me a review. I'd really appreciate that. But just go to Amazon, search Jeff Heggie Mindset Journal, and then let me know how much you love it. The next part, this week, we're starting our next Business Domination Challenge. I want you to be a part of that. I want to help you become the person who can run a successful business. Go to jeffhaggie.com/business domination. Join us there. Now, just like with Graham with his YouTube videos, what he was doing, I want to ask you, like this video, share this video, or if you're listening to the audio, like it, share it, review it, whatever. Help me to spread this word. I really appreciate that. And that's what my ask is for you today. Go ask someone for something big. You're going to get a yes. Thanks for being with me. I'll be back tomorrow. Are you an entrepreneur who wants to discover the breakthrough secrets that will produce the results you've been searching for, but you just can't seem to figure out why you keep working harder and harder and you're just not getting those results? I want to tell you about a new challenge that I've created just for you, the Business Domination Challenge. If you want to create the entrepreneurial lifestyle and the business you dream of, then this is exactly what you're looking for. I created the Business Domination Challenge to show you how to grow your business exponentially and to become an optimal performing entrepreneur. What's an optimal performing entrepreneur? It's an entrepreneur who's succeeding in all areas of their life. If I show you how to build a successful business, but your relationships, your health, and everything else is falling apart, that's not a success. It's not about working harder, it's about implementing the correct principles and becoming the person who can do the things that produce the results. Hurry and go to jeffhaggie.com/business domination and secure your spot today.
Hey, athletes and parents of athletes. So much time, money, and effort is put into the physical aspect of your sport to become the best you can be. But the mental game, it's often neglected, and it's just as important as the physical game. In fact, it's usually the differentiator between the good and the great athletes. Come and join me in the Confident Athlete program where you'll learn to control your confidence, develop a powerful mindset, and unlock your full potential. Go to jeffhaggie.com/confident athlete to find out more.